Hey guys, I'm Nathan from Arms and Armor. Today I want to give you a closer look at some of the axes that we have on sale right now for Merry Axemas. These things are pretty cool. So the first piece I want to show you is our Nordland axe. So this is a replica of a 10th century axe from Norway, and it's a Peterson Type C axe head, which means it's very heavily bearded on this thing. This is made of 4140 carbon steel, hand forge out the edge on it. The black finish is from the black from the forge with some linseed oil rubbed on it, nice and sharp. See some hammer marks in there. It's on a hickory haft, which is the only ahistorical thing about it. They used to probably use ash, but hickory is great on these, so we make this one with hickory. These guys are 15% off right now. This axe would have been, if you were, a Norwegian farmer back in the 10th century, it would have been one of your primary tools. It would have also been one of your primary weapons, right? So this, along with perhaps a buy knife, and if you were a warrior, maybe a sax, or perhaps a sword if you were a chieftain. But this was kind of your do-it-all, build your house, build your longboat, defend your farm axe. And these things hold up great. You can split firewood with it. It can be your survival axe, reenactment, anything. It's a great quality axe. 15% off right now. The next one I want to show you is this dedicated fighting axe. This is our Type L combat axe, and this is a dedicated fighting axe. You can see how thin that blade is. This thing is a chef knife. This is also based on an archaeological find, but this one is a Peterson Type L axe, which was much more common for dedicated fighting axes, right? This one is not for chopping wood. You could, right, if you had to in an emergency, but it's like chopping a tree with a sword, right? It's not the best for this piece. This guy is wedged to hold it in, hand-shaped ash handle, 1050 carbon steel blade, differentially hardened on just the edge on this one. This axe is probably half the weight of the Nordland axe I just showed you, and it is fast and deadly warrior's weapon that would allow you to have a shield in one hand and this axe in the other. This was a very common weapon in what we think of as the Viking period, when swords were very high status, very expensive weapons. This, along with a spear and a shield, was the preferred weapon and one of the most common weapons in the period for warriors to use. So those are our little one-handed axes. Then I've got a couple two-handed axes to show you too. This guy is our Type M Dane axe. This axe is 11th century, and these guys were used in the Viking period, but most famously by the Normans, right? The Normans, who were the descendants of Vikings who had settled in France, and these guys are pictured in the Bayeux Tapestry when William the Conqueror took England. So it's on the floor right now. I can lean on it. These are about 56 inches long from the point to the base, and these are a terrifying weapon. We also make this in a Type L that is thin, light, 1050 carbon steel, differentially hardened, two-handed axe. So we have a two-handed Type L and a two-handed Type M. Both of these are for sale with our Merry Axemas sale. Ooh, look at that pretty bevel on there. These things are gorgeous. They work great. Then I have our Hungarian axe here. So this is a later axe from the late medieval period instead of the early medieval period, right? People always ask, why is it a different shape? Well, it's from a different time and place. There's 500 years between these axes. This guy, these were used by Hungarian and Eastern European mercenaries and soldiers in the early 16th century. So this one is about 4 feet tall, and it was something that you could carry. It made a good walking stick, is also a good tool. You can see that this is a thick blade that will hold up well. You could cut trees down with it. These mercenaries probably used these for setting up encampments, setting up palisades. This spike is basically a spear that you can thrust. The beard here is a hook, right? So you can pull someone off horseback, or you can hook their leg or the back of their neck before coming around. And the back on this is a hammer, right? So this is really for fighting opponents who are armored or unarmored, but certainly someone in plate armor would be really afraid of a company of men armed with these axes. These 3 holes are a decorative element that was very common at the time, possibly references the Holy Trinity, something like that, but we really don't know. They never wrote it down anywhere. The last axe that we also have on sale is our Donegal Irish axe. I was hoping to have some ready for this afternoon, but they're all still being made at this moment. You can check those out on our website. The Donegal axe is a lightweight axe, like the Dane axes and the Type L combat axe. It's also made of 1050 carbon steel, and it was a dedicated fighting weapon. So these, if you order them in the first half of December, should be able to get them to you before Christmas. Put them under the tree, make some little Viking or little Hungarian man-at-arms really happy on Christmas morning. If you're concerned about getting it delivered on time, drop us an email or give us a call, as we're getting out there to the middle of the month, and we'll do our best to get it out to you. But I've got my guys making these like crazy right now, so we've got a bunch in stock, ready to ship. All right, happy holidays, friends. Merry Axemas.